Alright, went to go, it's at Love Park, went to go do that video, and saying, damn it, Queenie, you didn't leave no flesh for me to tear off this fool's dirty soul. Anyway, Angelo's really, you did a really good job on just showing him saying one thing and then showing him saying another thing and talking about, he got his start off claiming to be Christian, and then he talks about, I don't care about your invisible gods and all this stuff. But here's my thing, okay? You guys see what time I upload my videos, and I ain't up here begging, but the point is, I do have a family and everything, but dude, you're up at 8 o'clock, 8:40 or whatever time you got up drinking your coffee at 8 and stuff. Your ass needs to be getting up at 5 o'clock and 4:30 in the fucking morning, dude. Okay? Because that's a little late. Early bird catches the worm. Don't you understand that? You need to be up before the sun comes up, bro. And I don't mean bro. I mean bro from that other family. From those other people. Eve's other kids, okay? But you guys see what I'm saying. He said he got up, he was drinking his coffee around 8 o'clock. You need to be getting up, man, at the crack of dawn. If you're talking about you're struggling, trying to work, take care of your family, and you're begging. But one thing I see, and I notice on you and that other guy with the glasses that says, it's just whatever dollars, it's just $10, it's just or whatever, $20. You guys act like you guys are really in need of money, okay? Like you really need it, like you know, you got to put food on your table and stuff like that, okay? Necessities, but your expensive houses and cars and stuff like that and clothes, that is not a necessity, okay? So I don't mind giving people things that they really haven't worked for. When they need, like, if they're going to starve to death, or, if there's someone, like, say, if you were shot in the street, Angelo, in my street, and there was a hole in your stomach, I'd call the 911 for you, But other than that, you can fuck off, dude. But you should be up early in the morning, okay? Earlier than that. I get up early as hell. I'm not working right now. I mean, I'm up doing this, but I'm up, you see what time I'm posting this? Early as hell. You see, whenever you see these dark, most of the time when you see these footage of me in front of my flag, and it's dark, I don't have all this lighting equipment and stuff like that, and I'm not in it for that. But my point is, when you see it, that it's dark, it's usually, I don't usually do nighttime videos, so that's early in the morning. When you see these dark, when it's dark on my picture, okay, on my video, it's because it's early in the morning, before the sun came up, okay? Not at nighttime, late at night, okay? So my point is, and also to the veterans, okay, we know you served, we appreciate all that stuff, and I don't want them to get the wrong idea, okay? But people served in wars that were unrighteous and caused by rich politicians, presidents, and elite, okay? Controlled opposition, okay? And divide and conquer, war, profiteering. But, that doesn't mean that you didn't do something good, or you didn't try to do what you thought was right or honorable. But there is a thing in the military called dishonorable discharge, okay? So the very fact that the military has this dishonorable discharge means that they recognize that just because you got a uniform and you've gone through the training, if you're not honorable, they don't want you, okay? That means you can sit there with your uniform and you may have served, John, Gage. You might have served, whatever, if you did. And they say once a Marine, always a Marine, but you're not showing the characteristics of it, like Queenie said, okay? But you're going to go and sit there and say, that you're so honorable and everything. Just because you put on a uniform, everyone that served, didn't have good motives. Always had right motives. Okay, so that doesn't mean they're honorable. Just because someone served, and I'm not trying to disrespect the people who have served, the good veterans that have served, and unknowingly in unrighteous wars. That's the sad tragedy of it. So I appreciate them even more for the fact that they done something that was almost a worthless sacrifices, And the fact that they were tricked into it, not knowing and thinking it was righteous, makes them almost like, it's sad. Okay, I don't want to talk about it because it's emotional. I have a military family, and I know that they get emotional. I know what it's about. Okay, I know what it's all about, and I know how emotional they get over. They'll get crazy if you start talking about some war vets. If you just start talking, they'll get crazy about things. Okay, because they are so compelled by what they did in these wars, that if they tell themselves that they weren't in a right, if they tell themselves the war they were in was unrighteous, it will cause them to feel like a destroyer, a monster. Okay, it will mess their heads up, and that's basically what happens to these guys when they come home and then they do the research and realize they've been in unrighteous wars. They feel like monsters. Okay, they feel like monsters that still deserve honor, because think about what I'm saying. But your ass should be up at the crack of dawn, Angelo. Okay, and if you've got a brainstorm, but I recognize you're salesman. You're doing salesman shit, okay? Because I've been a salesman in different types of departments, and you're one of those kinds that I couldn't stand to work with when I had to work with you, because you're just the one that you're just all about the money, 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 money. You have no motive. You have no motive other than money. But you don't have no pride as far as like you'll just beg. You don't care who you ask. You don't care who you aggravate. You don't give a shit if it's some old lady's Social Security check and she feels bad for you, and gives you, and now she can't freaking pay her electric bill or something. People that believes in you. And by the way, Queenie said, why aren't you, how about, why don't you give back? How about, since, I got a 3-bedroom house, but it's probably smaller than yours, okay? And I'd like a chunk of your little space, okay? So can you bring part of your house over here? I'd like a percentage of it, How do you know I didn't support you? Although I never have and never will. Other than the fact that I even fucking mention your name. We shouldn't even be mentioning your damn name. Because every time we do, there's always someone else that's going to go, oh, okay, let's look at his channel. And it works the way Queenie said, in a way, but we're not trying to do it that way. It just happens that way. So it's like incidentally, it's one of the downsides to being a real truther. As we expose in people, exposure is exposure, period. So, still going to get views or people to look at your videos. But you're a total salesman. That's all you are. You're a total salesman. And, you just say what people want to hear. That's all you say. That's all you say. That is all you say. And I know it. I've been trained. I've done door-to-door sales. Okay. I've done that magazine mafia sales. Okay. I've done all that. Here comes the trash man. See, I'm up early in the morning. Okay. You hear the trash man out there? Trash truck? I'm up early in the morning before my kids wake up or my wife. And I'm out here doing my studies with my scripture. If you start your day, Angelo, without coffee and looking at your own paperwork, maybe studied your Bible because you're a Christian, you'd get your inspiration. Or something that was to the effect of a higher understanding of your God. Okay? But your God is Satan, so therefore you're studying yourself, because Satan is self-worship, and Satan is characteristics is all about self-worship and money worship. And what can you get? The way of take. So Angelo, you need to get up earlier. Alright? Because you're acting like, oh, I got up at, I'm up in the morning. Whatever, man. Get up at 8 o'clock. That sounds kind of lazy to me. I mean, to some people, they think that's normal, 8 o'clock. I don't. I think that's lazy. Well, maybe I have a higher standard in that area. But I'm not begging off of nobody, okay, like I've said before. And, you know what? You got to stop this. You got to stop this. You got to think about, you know what? You've got no soul. Because if you did, you'd realize you're taking, there is families probably out there that are listening to you, trusting you, that you're going to make a change and help make a change. Yeah, you're going to make some change in your pocket. But people are trusting you and listening to you. And they're probably saying, yeah, you know what? I can't afford to help Angelo and pay this bill or that bill. Or, get these, frozen or shoes for my daughter or whatever kind of, stuff you get for your kids or whatever, right? There could be poor families in you and saying, you know what? We're going to sacrifice something for Angelo John Gage. Kind of like in the Christmas, the story of Scrooge, okay? Little Timmy and all of them, where they get all that stuff for Scrooge and they give it to him, and he didn't need it, but they worked hard to, they all tried the best. They gave what they had, which is very little, and they gave it to him. You're taken away from other people. Do you see what picture I'm painting? Okay? That's gross, man. That's gross. That is gross. You're robbing people without even having to enter their homes or touch their pocketbooks. Okay? There is probably people, really, there probably is saying, you know what? Let's all cut corners and sacrifice so we can help Angelo Gage and help preserve our people in his cause, in our cause, in inclusive. And they feel like that because, like you said, they include all your subs in on it, so they feel like they're part of it, okay? So they give you money and continue to support you. But think about those families. When you're a phony, isn't that sad that it's a phony? You're living a lavish lifestyle, okay, compared to some of these people that may be even on welfare, okay? Because some of the people that are on the lowest end might be just struggling on welfare and don't have jobs because of certain reasons, okay? But they believe that if we're supporting you, you can help us make our, white world better, and we can have some jobs again and stuff, those kind of things, okay? So they sacrifice what they have in their life and what little bit they have and to give to you. And that's not right, man. That's not right. Think about it, people. Think about it, okay? You're fucking wrong, dude. You're wrong. You need to stop. Find another thing to sell, okay? Find something else to sell. And I think people are seeing through. You're getting desperate. You're getting desperate, and the FBI, NSA, DHS, CIA, and probably IRS is watching your ass.